right. The next show you're going to be talking about is Occultic 9.
Okay, so this one is mine, and full disclosure, I've only gotten about halfway through the season, and I know going in, it started out really strong, and it's still good. And granted, only being about halfway through the season, it kind of reminds me of Do Ra 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 in a way.
Yeah.
Has anyone else watched like the first episode?
I've watched, I want to say, about 5 or 6 myself. So
okay, so we're in the same boat.
Yeah.
These two, and what about y'all?
Yeah, we saw the first 2 episodes, but
we're at 2.
But if you said it's kind of like Do Ra Ra, I can kind of see where it's at with how all the different characters that they've shown will interact with each other.
Well, there's so much going on. So Shade and I are pretty much in the same place. And I'm only 5 episodes in.
Yeah.
But you have all these different characters. I can't remember all their names because there's so many characters.
No.
And they're all going through this world and this storyline at different points, and they're all kind of converging in a way. And then sort of like how in that show where you had Celti, who was like the mysterious part of it, that kind of the intrigue. You have like this, like kind of this spiritual realm that may or may not have ulterior motives, and they're playing a part in like the conflict that's going on. And with all like the mass suicides and like the spirits and demons of the world that they're still trying to prove they exist or not. They kind of play that parallel to that show, and that's why I kind of see that as like a similar show, because you have all these characters coming to a convergence.
But see, in that regards, like I don't know. I don't think they do it.
The cult's involved too.
Yeah. But I don't think that Occult 9 does it quite as well as.
No, they don't.
No, because it's like they're almost like all over the place.
Yeah.
And I have whereas with like Do Ra Ra Ra, I had a pretty easy time. Yeah, I had a pretty easy time following it. Going, okay, this person's doing this. This person's doing this. I'm like losing track of people. I'm like, okay, What are they doing? Who are they doing? What is this doing? And I don't know about you, but yeah, I'll still finish it. But the main character, though, God, he annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
He's pretty dumb.
Yes, like okay, and Ray, that you guys don't even understand. Like later on, you're looking at him going, "Oh my God, I'm gonna smack the crap out of you because you just don't. You're not thinking. You gotta."
Yeah. Well, I got that. I got that from the beginning of the second episode where he, at the end of the first episode, he's like, oh, yeah, I want to do this and I want to find this and da-da-da-da. And then he gets exactly what he wants. And he's like, oh, I don't know what to do. What's going on? It's just, I don't know. I kind of got annoyed about that first sequence when
well, I mean, he had lofty goals. He wanted to get fame and notoriety and money. But, then when he actually sees what it takes to pursue it, then he's in over his head and he doesn't know how to handle it. He can't handle stress.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Because, like, he's going around with that freaking key trying to put it in, like, anything. Yeah. And I'm like, are you serious? Do you think it just fits anywhere?
You pulled it out of a guy's head.
Right now.
Yeah.
Look, a keyhole. Let me see if it fits. No, that's not how that works.
Do you think the problem with the show is the writing? Because you said it doesn't do it as well as Do Ra Ra Ra.
It does it well enough, but it's definitely not as good as Do Ra Ra Ra. But it kind of has that same feel to it. I think the main things that still take me out are basically they talk way too fast.
Yeah.
I was about to ask if they're still talking about
they still talk way too fast. And then I'm kind of concerned because like Shade and I agree well, I mean, I know I brought it up, but it reminds me of that show, but they don't do it anywhere near as well. Yeah. I'm just kind of afraid that it's still intriguing, and I still will continue to watch it and want to find out where they're going with it. But like any kind of show where there's just like kind of well, I guess in this case it is a murder mystery, but whenever there's like intrigue and mystery behind stuff, as they reveal it, you're just concerned once you get that shock factor out of the way and the story or what the events are and how they unfold, will you still be interested? And I don't know if this show will keep me interested like Do Ra 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 did.
I'm not sure about that either. I'll
still watch it, but I want to see how it wraps up. because
it seems like it's leading to something potentially interesting, but I don't know if it's going to be worth the wait.
Not even interesting, but big too. Yeah, that too. But it's only 12 episodes, so it's not asking much. But it started out really strong because it ended with the first episode ended with the murder, and then you have this looming mystery of there are all these dead people in the lake, and it has to do with some kind of weird theory left behind by Nikola Tesla, and they're trying to unravel that and see if it's some kind of connection. And there's like the occult and the spirit and like a spirit kind of demonic world having an influence. It's all coming to a head, and you have all these different parties coming at all different angles trying to figure it out, and you don't know what. Like
the some of the characters intrigue me.
Yeah,
like totally. Okay, obviously the main character I could do without. No, I'm just like, okay, he's done.
Or her,
but
or
like the
or his partner.
Oh God, she's at least kind of just funny, but and just like you want to smack your head.
But she's bubbly and empty-headed and stuff, or airheaded. She's she's kind of fun, but she gets annoying quick.
Yeah, but see. The main character is just annoying from the get-go.
Oh, totally.
But anyways, like I think, like probably as far as me goes, the more interesting of it has to be like that one, like fortune teller curse person.
Yeah.
She's interesting.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't even know what's going on with her.
Well, she lived with her corpse brother for a year and didn't.
Yeah.
That was cool.
And then she has like some sort of like demon person. Like as a partner or someone who's following along with her.
Well, he started following her and then kind of saved her from taking her own life. And then she was convinced that he was a devil. So now he's just like, I like the attention. She's cool with having like a spirit servant. So it's kind of like mutually works out.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just kind of weird situation, but at the same time, I'm like, this is kind of cool. I kind of like that.
It's kind of cool, creepy and weird. Yeah.
It's like almost like if they would have had her be the main focus point instead of the other guy, I'd have been happy.
I agree. Or the author, because she clearly has a deeper role in this.
Yes.
Because
it's more of the annoyance of the fact that we've seen all this stuff going on. So the people that are there following that are like huge skeptics of everything that's going on, or don't quite believe, and then get like baffled when they see stuff like this, are the more annoying ones. You're like, okay, come on, we've been down this road. Let's accept it and let's just move on.
Well, I mean, we have the luxury of seeing all the sides. They're figuring it out on their own,
I get it, but it's like same time you're like, it's one of those. As the viewer, you get more annoyed by that sort of thing.
The two detectives that are kind of. The two guys are trying to unravel the mystery. I'm okay with them, but I really like the occultist, like the fake fortune teller, that girl, and the author are kind of the most intriguing characters to me right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because
totally I feel like the things that are happening right now with the author, it's all premonitions from her writings, which she apparently saw in her dream. So like. I don't know if she's actually behind it, and maybe she has some kind of weird power where like her dreams become reality, something like that, or if this is like a mass hypnosis or a mass suicide, based on occults.
And I mean, it would be interesting. It'd be interesting to see if if that was the case, even if it was the first one where it's like she's behind it. It'd be interesting if she was behind it and then just didn't know it. Like she was just writing these things and it was just happening. Yeah, an unwitting accomplice maybe just So that would be.
But the thing is, we're halfway through and they need to start, because right now they're about halfway through and they're expanding. Like they haven't really started converging everything yet. They're still like going with every character and having all those characters pursue their logical, natural, storyline plot points, and they need to start like. Bring that inwards to where they show how they're all connected. Otherwise, they're just gonna end the season with it still too scattered, and then you're gonna lose interest because they need to start explaining.
I completely agree. I mean, it just seems like they have. I think they bit off more than they can chew when they were in regards to it.
Who, the creators of the show? You mean?
Yeah.
Possibly, but I hope that, like I said, because it's a mystery, and once the mystery is revealed, there's something to go on into a second season. And not only that they can keep you intrigued. Yeah. And that's what I'm concerned about.
Yeah, I mean, especially like we were saying, because it doesn't seem like the style that they're doing it in is the same one that Do Ra Ra did, and it doesn't seem like they're doing it nearly as well.
but it has a different angle. It has a slightly different angle to it, which is very interesting. But hopefully the latter half will pick up.
Sure.
But I'm still hopeful, and I'll definitely finish it.
Yeah.
It still has my attention.
For now.
So from what I watched the first 2 episodes, and I liked the premise of the story, and I liked the world that they were building, but I have to prep for the show because it's too fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple times I had to do the rewind 10 seconds thing.
Yeah.
I have to do it a couple times.
So it seems like for y'all.
With a mystery, you kind of every bit of information is important.
Exactly, and there's so much of it.
Yeah.
And so many characters, they can't afford to talk fast like they do.
No.
It's like the worst mixing ideas ever.
Yeah, no, completely.
Yeah.
It's like we only got 12 episodes. Shove as much dialogue as you can.
Yeah.
Go.
You have characters talking on top of each other, so you're trying to read 3 different lines at once.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did have in the second episode where they have it at the top and the bottom, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it works if you understand the language, but if you're trying to read, it's like, man, I can't read 2 books at once.
Like, if they can get good voice actors and do a really good dubbing, I think this would be a fine dub series.
Okay. You really have to get some really good voice actors for that.
That's what I'm saying, but get good voice actors, but also make sure the translation's done really well, and you can just listen to it, without obviously having to know the language and having to just read. Because obviously in English we talk, some more than others. You can talk very quickly, but if you don't have to worry about having the translation to seeing it to digesting it and then absorbing that information. Oh wait, 2 more lines went by while I was trying to absorb that first sentence. If they could dub it well and properly with good voice actors, I think it'd be a fine dub. Series.
And it's kind of funny. I can't remember the last time I've actually watched a dubbed anime.
Yeah. They're usually shown in shows if they are.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they don't do as well as they used to.
No.
Back in my day, my dubs sounded good.
My dub was way better than this.
So I'll say overall, from what I'm hearing, you guys love the premise. It's just the dialogue's too fast, and the main characters are not the interesting characters.
Yeah.
if they would swap it, and you're following some of the other characters, and then those guys come in.
That's the thing. They don't have to swap anything because they give a lot of people equal time, so it's really spread out.
Okay.
It's just some of the characters we'd rather just not know too much about what they're doing.
They can just join everybody in the lake. Everything would be okay.
Yeah, we could just skip along this.
I mean, if you just jumped in the middle of it, you wouldn't know who the main character was. Maybe you'd pick up on it, but you just have to know who the main character is for the sake of knowing who the main character is. I think they give him a little bit more time than all the others, but it's pretty spread out.
About the only interesting thing I can say about him is not even necessarily about him per se. It's the fact that his the person on the radio that talks to him. That's kind of interesting to me, and I always enjoy it because she always says exactly what I'm thinking, calling him an idiot and stuff like that. Idiot! What are you doing? Yep, that's what I was going to say too.
I mean, she's also a plot device too. I mean, she keeps the story moving forward. So
this is true.
Is that the same person that got him out of that room in the second episode?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I feel like maybe comparing this to Durarara, that it's swapped. In Durarara, you're following the main characters and they're more serious, and then every now and then you get splashes of wacky characters that'll show up from time to time, and
people getting punched out of their clothes, which is still the best thing I've ever seen.
Getting hit with vending machines.
Yeah. God, that was amazing.
It was a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we all could get together and finish Occultic 9.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And then we can pause and be like, okay, what happened?
Everybody pick a character, you read those lines.
No.
Yeah, you get this character, you get that character, and you get that character. That's what they said.
I want to say that this is a really, really good slice of life show because Shade is really not a big fan of slice of life shows.
No.
And for this one to hold his attention for 5 seasons and maybe 6, I definitely want to recommend it.
And I played tennis, in my younger years. And then when I went to college, I became like a big ping pong enthusiast and could not stop playing. So I was like, I only watch it on that basis. I'm like, maybe it might be pretty good about ping pong. And they go into ping pong a lot. And I like how much they break it down. Obviously, it's more exaggerated, with the different moves and effects and stuff like that. But it still holds pretty true, and it's just really fun to watch.